relying on restraining orders and running frauds on courts, regardless of whether there's specific criminal statutes in Vermont on running frauds on the court, is not legitimate police business. That means you lie to police. That means you're the exact opposite of doing legitimate police business or legitimate attorney-client work product investigations. When you're having McDonald's management and employees fuck with me, and working with Sarge from the Army, who's real happy with his retirement situation because he was nothing but a desk jockey. He wasn't a fucking combat veteran, and he don't want to mess up his good thing. He'd rather hold on to his good thing instead of the greater good, and you got him chatting me up and charming me. That's not legitimate police business. Having these people lie so you can then come in and trust me is not legitimate police business. Lawyers you're required to zealously represent your clients. Evidence tampering, victim tampering, and capital homicide is not legitimate defense of your Epstein clients. Epstein list, Epstein files clientele. Coming and threatening me at my tent and lying and saying that I'm shitting in the woods when I'm not. And then 2 hours later, having some other one of your idiotic ICE agents that you recruited, some criminal that you arrested on some firearms charges, set fire to Bernie Sanders' office. It's not legitimate police business or legitimate attorney-client work product. Napoli turning off the fucking outlets so I can't charge isn't legitimate attorney-client work product or legitimate police business. How is it legitimate police business to have somebody tell me they're friends with Sarah George and act like they're working on her behalf, since I asked her and Bernie Sanders to do their own independent investigations with their own people? How did the Park Ranger Preston coming out and telling me the mayor sent him, trying to act like public safety unit, whatever the hell it was. I don't remember what she titled it. Basically trying to impersonate whatever that new position was that she was creating. That's not legitimate police business. And it's not legitimate attorney-client work product. Leaving notes in front of my tent that you typed up that aren't signed. Very much like that stupid memo from Trump's Attorney General on the Epstein files crap that wasn't signed. That's not legitimate police business. Trapping and releasing raccoons after you've injected them with a bioweapon is not legitimate police business or legitimate attorney-client work product. Sending Autumn Caton, using Palantir and Flock to know where I'm at, to send these people to lie for you, to support your falsified medical records that are falsely accusing my father of killing me. Whether or not he's involved legitimately is yet to be seen. He may be just as guilty, and you're just throwing him under the bus. Again, that'll be for state police and JAG and Cousy to figure out who's culpable and who's got mens rea and who's got malice and forethought and who's undercover. I'm just throwing daggers at everybody because you always think, since if Dad's undercover and he's going along with you and I'm sitting here saying he's innocent, you think, oh, well, we're doing what he said, so we're going to walk and we're going to keep doing it. No, I'm making sure he'll go to prison too. Whether or not, again, I'll leave that up to the state police and the prosecutors who've got surveillance on everybody. But you think you've always got an out. Having Meredith text me and fuck with me and threatening me, that is not legitimate police business. It damn sure isn't victim advocacy. It's tampering. It's obstruction. It's impersonating law enforcement. The fact that you're not... People who impersonate law enforcement generally impersonate what they're exposed to. Like a lot of predators will... What was that movie? The River? It had Tim Robbins and Sean Penn, and it was Mystic River, directed by Clint Eastwood. When Tim Robbins was a kid, some people, they were putting their names in concrete. They had poured a fresh concrete to fix a sidewalk, and they were putting their names in it. And two predators rolled up and flashed a fake badge and threw him in the back of the car. They weren't real police. That's what you're the equivalent of. They weren't dressed up in police uniforms. They weren't driving a police cruiser. I don't think they had a police, like one of those bubbles on that you can plug into the dash and put on the top of your car like detectives can do, because detectives don't drive cruisers. When they need to get to a scene and they need traffic to move, I think they just had a fake badge. That's what you're the equivalent of, especially since you're working for Epstein's cartel. How is pushing me street drugs, coming up to me and trying to get me, offering me a whole bunch of free drugs, legitimate police business or legitimate attorney-client work product, whether it's infused with lethal doses of fentanyl or not? How is luring me into a trap so you can then raid the trap and try to make it look like I did it, because you're having Kinnear and everybody going around and telling everybody I'm the police snitch? That is not legitimate police business. That is not legitimate attorney-client work product. And then having that same guy steal my wallet and try to steer me over to St. Joseph's when I've already got somebody offering to get me my Vermont ID. And screaming and yelling like a banshee, all sweating because he's jonesing for a hit. That's how I know he doesn't. He's sitting there sweating his ass off. I know undercovers use. I get it. But when they approach me, they can't be all messed up and wigged out and tweaking and whatever else. Gary, I think I said his name was. Same one trying to tell me I was pointing out one of these illegitimate, who's he snitching on? He's crazy. No, the fuck he wasn't. That was an act. When you're sitting there trying to steer me in the opposite direction when I've already got evidence that says otherwise, that's obstruction, motherfucker. Give a fuck if you're black, white, red, gay, straight. Give a shit. I can go on and on and on with all the shit you motherfuckers do that ain't legitimate police business. Part of any legitimate police investigation or advocacy, victims advocacy, or legitimate attorney-client work product defense.